Hello, welcome to Worksite Wednesdays. We are excited to share information with you on what we did in our worksite, how it went, and if you have any questions or information, you let us know.
So yesterday we got the opportunity to go to Media Rhythm Institute, and at Media Rhythm Institute, they're located in downtown Baltimore, and the main three pillars at MRI are music, media, and dance. So they've been with us since 2017, and they have continued to do great work for the youth of Baltimore City. So this is one of the youth I got the opportunity to interview. His name is Jalen.
That you think they should. That is not always going to be fun. Sometimes they always going. What's one thing people don't know about you first that you think they should? That is not always going to be fun. Sometimes they going to try to get you down to the nitty gritty of the work, so it's not always going to be fun, but it's a little bit fun. It's really.
So Jalen has been at Youth Work for 7 years, and he's with MR. He got to do a lot of really great things. Um, he is a graduate from Emerson High School, class of 2024, and yeah.
What do you want to do in the future, and how does Youth First fit into that plan?
In the future, I'm gonna be a big time photographer, a barber, and I want to be a sports psychologist. And in my right house with or you for talk with the photography aspect of what I'm gonna do.
Hey, what's up, everyone? What do you want to do in the future, and how does Youth First fit into that plan?
In the future, I'm gonna be a big time photographer, a barber, and I want to be a sports psychologist. And in my right house with or you for talk with the photography aspect of what I'm gonna do.
So I also got the opportunity to interview Thomas R. He's been at YouthWorks for 4 years, and he is a senior at City. Both of the guys I got to interview are with the music part of MRI, which so they're able to learn how to produce and create music, and some of them have created their own songs before.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jimmy Thomas from MRI Studios, and today we're here with Imani. She's gonna be asking me a few questions. I don't know what the questions are, but let's get into it. What's up, Imani? What you got for me today?
So, what inspired you to do this?
Man, look, I wish I had something like this when I was a kid. You know, like
learn how to dance. I can't dance. I can do a two-step. You know, how to use the camera. Because I can make money right now. Like, I went to school to learn how to do this. I paid for college. Then I went and paid in another college, you know, in order to know how to do this. And then rap and sing and producing music. These are all things I love. I grew up on hip hop. I grew up on music, you know. So to be able to have the opportunity to work with young people and to teach them how to use their voice in a positive way, all I want to do is create a balance in hip hop and music and teach young people how to get some money.
And you doing all this for young people, what do you think this means for the city of Baltimore?
Man, that's a great question. So if people get behind what we're doing here, we got a young man that just got a marketing deal from Sony. You understand? And that was off of me and my business partner back. That was out of our pockets. But what if the city was behind us? We could have a whole label. We could have young people getting booked, not only here in this city, but in other cities as well. You know, when he finished with his project and give it back to Sonic, that's an opportunity for not only him, but the rest of the kids that's here in this space, because there's so many different jobs behind the scenes that can be afforded.
That's all I have for you today, but thank you so much.
All right.
Ooh,
So I also got to interview Jimmy Thomas. He's the director of partnerships at Media Rhythm Institute, and just asked him questions about like his work here with the youth in Baltimore City, and it's just really inspiring how he helps all these kids, you know, get to where they want to be in the future, whether it's making music, whether it's with dancing or media, like taking pictures, photography, videography, all that stuff. So yeah, it was really inspiring to hear what he had to say about that and how he's impacting all the youth of Baltimore and how it's really contributing and helping the city. So the three main pillars at Media Rhythm Institute are music, media, and dance. So those are the three main things that they focus on, and the kids get to learn all aspects of that. If you guys want the full video of our visit there, with all the details, all the interviews and stuff, go to YouthWorks Baltimore on Instagram for the full video.
Now we're going to get into some of the do's and don'ts. This is an example of a do. Always congratulate your coworkers.
It's 12 right, bro. Did you be stuff? Oh, you were supposed to do it. Oh, you were supposed to do it. I said it to you. Yes, I did.
Of a don't. Please do not blame others for your mistakes. Now we're going to get into the TED Talk, how a high-level mindset helps you realize your potential.
How's everybody doing today? So, for those of you who may not know who I am, which is probably the vast majority of you all, my name is Corday. I'm 24 years old. I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, but was raised majority in Suitland, Maryland, which made me who I am today. I'm a hip hop artist, more specifically, a Grammy-nominated hip hop artist, a quote-unquote critically acclaimed, world-renowned B-list celebrity. But to be honest, more like B-. But again, you all can just call me Corday and assume that I'm almost kind of a big deal because I am here doing a TED Talk. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does a 24-year-old rapper possibly have to say during a TED Talk? Like, who cares what Ja Rule thinks, you know? But I'm here to talk about my mantra and my way of life that has gotten me this far and can hopefully take me a lot further on my journey as I'm just getting started, and that's the high-level mindset. Now, before I get into the details about the high-level mindset, I want to tell you about the original creator of the high-level mindset, and that's my mom, and she doesn't even know it. My mom had me when she was 16 years old. She was a single mom with all the odds stacked against her, and yet from an unbiased perspective, I like to say she did a pretty decent job. We lived in some pretty terrible neighborhoods, man. I switched elementary schools about 5 different times. I remember one time her car had got stolen twice in 1 week. She overcame circumstance, obstacles, her environment, and negativity as I watched our living situations would continue to get better and better as the years went by. Now that's high level. Now, the high-level mindset wasn't something that she directly taught me or purposefully instilled in me, but something I learned simply by observation. The high-level mindset is a philosophy. It's a wavelength to apply to your everyday thoughts or regimen. The high-level mindset will be of great service to you, especially when things aren't going as planned. These trying times that I speak of, or life testers, if you may, or what truly maketh man and woman. Actually, scratch that. How we handle these lifetimes, these trying times, or life testers is what decides a person's destiny, which brings me to step 1 of the high-level mindset. And that's always remain positive, no matter what people or life may throw at you. Now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of background about myself. Funny enough, I was actually voted most likely to be famous in both middle school and in high school. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm sorry, I haven't always been this good looking. It takes a little bit of time. My goal was to graduate high school and to immediately blow up, but that didn't happen. So I went to college. And as soon as I went to college, boy, did life hit me hard. Within the first couple weeks of school, one of my best friends that I called my brother had gotten sentenced to 24 years in prison. I had gotten detained for driving with a suspended license, amongst other things like having a pound of weed in the car before it was legal. And my grandmother had passed. Not to mention, I was already a terrible student with horrific grades and a broke teenager. And I wonder why my grades were so bad. Now that's just disrespectful. I wasn't even trying to hide it. But on top of all of these things, what was really the breaking point for me was that I had released a mixtape that I worked on the entire summer, and it had only gotten 200 downloads. Now, my previous 2 mixtapes got 2,000 downloads. So I was not happy with the regression, to say the least. Again, this almost pushed me to the brink of quitting and insanity. But the high-level mindset made me think, man, these misfortunes are just going to make my triumph story a lot cooler. I use this as fuel to the fire, motivation, if you will. It made me think, life is just a book. Not every chapter is going to be perfect, but it's about how it ends, which brings me to the second step of the high-level mindset. Always be intentional with your desires. know exactly what you want. In 2018, I created a vision board. At the beginning of 2018, I created a vision board. And I'm proud to say that with the high level mindset, within 1 year, I almost accomplished everything.
So this is how far we're gonna get into the video, because after this he starts just talking about religion and how it helped him and guided him through things. But the main parts we wanted to touch up on was how his high level mindset helped him realize his potential, as he gave you pointers on how to do the same for yourself. Meaning that no matter how hard life could be sometimes or what you're going through, like you keep up the positivity, you keep a good work ethic, and you keep up the hard work, it'll all pay off, and it always does. Nothing can outwork determination and progress. So that's basically all he was saying to us, and that's what the message he wanted to relay to us. Even if we were going through something hard in life, because you never know what somebody's going through, that's what you should try to obtain.
Oh shit. Oh no, thank you guys for is there any questions that you guys have for us? Like y'all can put in the chat. I say my favorite part was just seeing how artistic everything was. Like everything had a message. Nothing in there was just dull.
My favorite part was seeing how people like learn how to produce music and seeing them like be in their like flow state and create what they really liked.
Any more questions?
We didn't make any music while we were there, but we got to see people make music and we got to like kind of like be a part of it, like on the inside, like listen to what they thought was good, listen to what they thought was bad, like hear samples and stuff. But yeah, no, we didn't make any music.
So basically, we went in there and just really did a lot of networking, trying to figure out what a day in their life would be like from the time that they come into work to the time that they leave. We saw a lot of great things. We saw people take interviews. We saw a live action of everyone in there like dancing. And yeah, that was about it. It was cool.
MRI stands for Media Rhythm Institute.
we'd like to thank you all we'd like to thank you all again for coming and checking out our Worksite Wednesdays. Be sure to catch us next Wednesday, and make sure you guys go to the youth tomorrow. Instagram. Make sure you go to the Youth First Baltimore Instagram to check out more of our experience there and get to know us a little more.